What's up? This is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, and welcome to a special episode of our Halo 4 Legendary Guide series. This is a world record for the second mission in Halo 4 called Requiem, and the performer, Mr. Pro Ace Joker, is actually with us in the stream today. Say hello to these beautiful people, Joker.
Hello, everyone. I am Pro Ace Joker, and I am currently the Halo 4 world record holder for full game. And for these videos, I am getting every single level as world records as well, so that Eli can use them for YouTube.
Pretty much. I just went up to Joker and asked him, like, hey, can you get me world record on every single Halo 4 mission? Okay, thanks, bye. And he was just like, yeah, no problem. So he is a beast. Joker, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have, what's the past tense of speedrun? Spedrun? You have spedrun this game like over 500 times straight through on Legendary, right?
Yeah, I've attempted to run this game over 1,300 times, and I've actually completed the game probably close to 500 times.
Yeah, that's friggin' ridiculous. I don't think I've ever done anything 500 times in my life except for get out of bed. So, starting out, we have the Warthog here, and you didn't opt to take the battle rifle, I'm assuming because the pistol is just as fine at taking out some of these initial enemies, right?
Yeah, the battle rifle is obviously more accurate, but as long as you know what enemies you need to aim for, the pistol works just the same way as the battle rifle does. And getting the battle rifle will waste about 15 seconds.
That's a lot of time wasted. Jeez, I didn't realize it was that much. You also tried to do a swag nade on the Warthog to make it tip over, and so you could get in immediately, but that did not happen. What happened there, Joker?
I think it just, the nade got stuck inside the Warthog, so it just didn't have any explosive radius on it at all.
So you basically want to nade like in front of the Warthog so that it tips it sideways, not under the Warthog where it like will just not do anything?
Yeah, you kind of want to bounce it off the Warthog and it will land perfectly where it needs to be to actually flip it.
Gotcha. Now here I noticed that sometimes the Warthog likes to get weird and flip when you like run over grunts. Do you know what controls that? That's
really just the grunt itself. Because they're an actual item in the game, they act like rocks sometimes and they just love to tip you over.
Now here you like to headshot that guy, and then you don't even kill that elite there, which I normally like to do with my noob combo. You just sprint straight past. What's the success rate of that?
It's about a 25% chance of that actually happening. I typically die there about 4 times. Usually in full game, I actually got a fuel rod earlier on at the very beginning. Instead, sometimes you get a plasma pistol, and I will actually take out the concussion rifle guy in full game runs.
Gotcha. And now right here, you shot a few fuel rods down the middle, but slightly to the right, since the elite runs to the right. Take out the enemies on the left, which you told me that usually there's just one grunt with a fuel rod, which will give you more fuel rod ammo. Other times, it has a jackal that you want to kill. Here, I know you've also told me you want to wait for that sword elite to stop moving so that the camo here will spawn in the back after you slay all these enemies. That way, you don't have to run backwards to pick that up,
yeah,
right?
If you actually kill him too early in his movement, the camo that we just picked up doesn't actually teleport forward, so you'd actually have to run back to go get it.
So for people who are just like new to the game, that's not a huge deal, right? But if you're trying to go for world record pace or just trying to develop your full game methods to be efficient, then that's definitely something you want to keep in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, how do you prioritize that fight at the top? I know there's a few jackals and a few grunts. Like, what's your thought process when you get up to the top of that little mountain?
It's really whatever you can see. As you saw, I actually throw one nade that tries to pick off as many enemies as I can. But then you pick off the grunts as soon as you can, because those are the guys who will actually, they're the silent killers. They'll either needle you to death, suicide bomb you, whatever it is. So you actually pick off the grunts first and then pick off the jackals. So
Gotcha. You also prioritized needlers over any other weapon, right?
Yeah. In this game, it takes the least amount of needles to kill you. It takes 6 needles and you will super combine.
6? I thought it was at least 7.
Nope, it's 6 needles.
Damn.
And each burst that a grunt will shoot, it will shoot somewhere around 3 to 4 needles. So if you allow a grunt to shoot 2 shots pretty much, you're just instantly killed by a grunt.
That's crazy. Did not know that. Now here, you could, of course, just press these little buttons to activate the light bridge and then walk forward. You don't gain anything other than saving the time from pressing the buttons. We'll talk more about that on the next jump. Here, you jump down, you slay that elite, so he's not going to be a pain here, and then you kill those 3 grunts before moving forward. I wanted to mention that if you sit in that bottom middle section, you can actually get checkpoint before moving forward, just in case you die here. And then the elite there is really the problem that you want to look out for, right?
Yeah, and you actually go around there to stop spawning an extra wave of enemies. There's actually supposed to be an extra wave of grunts that you need to kill. But by outskirting the enemies, those will not spawn.
Gotcha. And so on that jump right there, notice how he does a little dip before jumping, and he jumps as late as possible. So if you want to try that little trick, it is pretty risky because if you fall, you have to redo the whole section, which is why a lot of people, even myself, sometimes if I'm not feeling it, I'll just press the button. It only takes a few seconds. Now, coming up to here, why do you use noob combo instead of a fuel rod?
The fuel rod can be definitely effective to kill the jackals, but the elites actually start to become kind of difficult, and a lot of times you actually don't have enough ammo, and it's better to just pick up a plasma pistol because it's more reliable than anything.
Gotcha. And then, so you want to kill those 3 jackals as much as possible. I'm assuming if you have a grenade, that would work wonders there as well.
Yep.
And then your priority is you basically just kill whatever comes through that window, right? If you see an elite, you overcharge noob combo it. If you see a grunt, you just headshot it.
Exactly.
Cool.
And you just pick them off as fast as you possibly can. The faster you kill enemies, the faster the game goes.
Yep, makes sense. And so we want to go so fast. So here, Joker doesn't even wait for his shields. Normally you would take out those enemies on that bridge before moving forward, just like down there on the bottom, not the whole bridge. And then there's normally that sniper, you can kill him here, but he was being a little pain hiding behind a rock. And then here, there will always be 2 grunts. You want to kill them, run up the left side, activate your camo to protect you a little bit while moving forward. Grab the Banshee ASAP because the faster that you grab it, the faster you can get to this door before this concussion elite comes out, and you can just sort of trap him and his jackal buddies in there. Now, I noticed that you were looking at that area. You want to explain why you just hung around there looking for something?
Well, first off, there's a Banshee following you, and if you move backwards to the left, he'll actually turn around and run away, so he's less likely to try and chase you as you continue on. And also, it turned out I splattered the concussion rifle elite, so I was hoping that his concussion rifle landed somewhere around there so I could pick it up, and it would just save me from getting one later on. So.
Right, and so you'll see that right here. So it's important to do everything as Joker does here perfectly. You want to backsmack that first grunt, then overcharge the ghost, punch the side seat, and then get in. Grab this concussion rifle. We did a despawn by going down into that bottom room. This jump up to here is really easy to do. This one's kind of hard. You look down, but not all the way down, and then shoot the wall 3 times, hoping that the elite on the side doesn't kill you, and then a further launch up to here, which you could just run around, but the launch is the more direct route. And I would say that looks pretty friggin' sweet and crazy and hard to pull off. Joker, how long did it take you to actually master that trick?
It actually took a while. When we were finding that trick, we used to use, there was that little kind of light tower or whatever there. We used to use that as a launch, and that took forever to try and get down, so we had to find a different way. It definitely took a few tries. I mean, the main worry is there's an elite there who will very likely just decide to spam shots at you until you die. So
well, now that you have the trick down, do you ever die trying to do it from that elite?
No, I don't. And typically in a full game run, you would actually wait to get your shields back to make sure that he doesn't kill you.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And now here you get on this elevator early. Does that actually activate the elevator earlier, or does the loading time not activate until it's already at the bottom?
It doesn't activate till it's actually at the bottom, so it makes no extra speed, but it allows me to just get my positioning quicker.
And so there you basically saw that there's a point where if you hit the ceiling, it ends the mission earlier, and that's why you did that, right?
Yep, exactly. You just quickly hit the end trigger.
So that is an 8:48, crushing the old world record by 10 seconds. Joker, thanks so much for being on. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you like this duel comm in the comments, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.
See you later.